Hey guys, Ponce here with video number 2 in the series Quick and Easy Tips and Tricks to Improve at SUPERVIVE. Because the game is new and most of us are pretty new at it. So nothing too high effort, but of course, as I mentioned before in the other video, I acknowledge that if you want to get really good at things, like with most things in life, you're going to have to put in some effort. But it doesn't mean that there aren't some, easy ways that you might kind of get a bit of a small advantage, particularly if you're new, but not always. This might help some people who are particularly advanced. For example, I've been playing a little while, and this next thing I'm going to talk about helped with me quite a bit. Now, this is going to sound super obvious, but please bear with me. Just sort of listen to the end, and maybe you'll get what I mean here. And the tip for today is read your abilities. Again, I know that sounds super obvious, but I'll give you some examples here. So I'm just in the base menu thing of the client here, and if you Oath is an interesting example because I've been playing Oath since some earlier betas, and if you go and look at your kit here, there's one level where you just sort of read things over and go, oh, that's the kit, I roughly understand what it is. And it obviously says press left alt for the advanced tooltips. I obviously highly recommend you read that through that as well, but sometimes it doesn't actually include everything. So what you might want to do, if you're going to be reading your skills anyway, to get an exact understanding of exactly what your character does, perhaps go into practice mode real quick. Let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to show you something real quick here. So, for example, in the case of Oath, because he has a secondary ability attached to another one of his abilities, aka Shield Bash, if you go into advanced tooltips there, it lets you know that Shield Bash, when you, hold on a second, I gotta increase my character's level here so I can get this. When you do the Shield Bash with Shield Up form, that thing there, instead of using your spin, obviously that's a move. That's very basic, but the Shield Bash actually functions as a parry, essentially. If you want to read the exact wording on it, is shield briefly becomes invulnerable to damage right after you do this kind of parry shield bash move. It doesn't say that when you look at the tooltips in the main client thing. So kind of stuff like that. It's just a simple thing, but really read what your character's kit is, and it can probably help you quite a bit. I was playing quite some time without I knew this thing was an ability. I just didn't know it came with a parry function, so that has helped me out quite a bit. Another example. Let's just give this one here. This is hold on. Let me just change the characters to that. Let's go to Brawl real quick. And this is just a straight up misunderstanding on my part, because I guess I just didn't read it properly. But let's just get on max level. Because I knew the alt was an execute, I just assumed the alt was his only execute. Well, it kind of has an execute mechanic, but the actual true execute mechanic for extra damage comes from, well, the thing, if you'd read the name, or if I'd read the name, on Execution Slam, I would have known that actually has the execute damage on it. So in Sensi, it kind of has two executes, and I kind of just sort of forgot that has that sort of function on it. And so when I realized that, my DPS didn't quite double, but man, I started doing a lot more consistent damage when I realized, oh, he's got two executes. So yeah, again, it seems like such a simple thing, but there's, particularly when a game is new, right? And you just start playing it, you're swapping around all kinds of characters, you start to get confused, maybe you forget things here and there. Just make sure you read over every kit of every new character you play very thoroughly, because there's going to be some small details in there that you either overlook, misunderstand, or whatever the first time around. If you fully understand them, it will help your gameplay immensely. So yeah, I hope this helps you guys out and prevents people from doing what I did, where I didn't quite know exactly what the kit. Well, I did know what the kit is, but I misunderstood some factors in regards to the kit, and it would have helped me quite a bit in some of my games. Well, before I knew what I was doing. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Talk to you guys soon, and I guess I got to figure out if there's going to be a video 3 in the series. Bye.